Hello, and welcome to this demo on Dynamic Text Target option. The Dynamic Text Target option is a feature that enables automation to dynamically identify and interact with UI elements whose text content changes based on different scenarios or inputs. This option allows the automation to handle cases where the element's text changes frequently, making it difficult to identify and interact with the correct UI element using a very specific descriptor. Ready to see it in action? To demonstrate this, we will use an existing workflow that searches for a movie based on the user input and extracts its description. Currently, this workflow doesn't seem to work for all movies based on user input, so let's run it and check. Let's enter a movie name and wait for the output. Oh no, it didn't work. Let's acknowledge the error and identify which activity is causing us this error. It's for the Open Movie Card activity, which clicks on the movie card before fetching the description. Let's inspect its descriptor to better understand the error. We see that both the target and anchor elements are highlighted in red, which means the set descriptor is not working for the movie we have searched. Also, it's very specific, as we can see Ice Age as text in the fuzzy selector. Let's run it and see whether it works for the Ice Age movie. And it's working. Then how can we make it search for all the movies we search for? Here comes in handy the Dynamic Text Target option to make the workflow work for all the movies we search for. Here's how to set it and enable it. First, let's keep the application page open with the search result. Next, let's edit the target for the Open Movie Card activity to make it work for all the movies we search for. To do this, we will delete the existing target and re-indicate it. We will also add an anchor to the page title to make the target more specific and accurate. Here comes the main part. Under the target element, we have the option Dynamic Text Target. Just click on it, and it will get enabled. After enabling it, you will notice that the descriptor text option changes to Ignore Text. It's that straightforward. Now the automation will work for all the movies we search for. Let's give it a try. Great, it works as expected. Now let's continue building the next part of the demo, which is to write the fetched description to a notepad and save the notepad with the respective movie name. Notepad is another application, so we need to add another Use Application activity. Let's indicate the Notepad application. A nested card is a feature that allows users to add one or more activities within another activity. It enables users to build complex workflows by grouping related activities and breaking them down into smaller, more manageable steps. For example, we can add a Use Application browser activity, which represents the main application or browser to be used, and then add one or more activities within it to perform specific actions, such as clicking a button, typing text, or extracting data. These activities can also be nested further by adding additional Use Application browser activities within the parent activity, allowing for even more complex workflows. Nested cards provide a way for users to create more organized and efficient workflows, as well as a way to reuse existing activities in different parts of the workflow. Moving on with our project development. Let's add a Type Into activity and indicate the text area of the Notepad application. As we want to write the fetched information in the text area, we already have the variable defined to store the fetched information from the getText activity. Let's add this variable here. Next, let's add a Click activity to click the File option. Let's add another Click activity to click the Save option. And add a Type Into activity to enter file name. As we want to save the note with a movie name, Let's use the movie name variable of typestring. As a final step, let's add a click activity to click on the Save option. Great! Let's run the workflow and see if it works as expected. It's working perfectly. What do you think will happen if we run it again? You're right, it's still working correctly. This concludes our demo on using Dynamic Text Target option. In this demo on Dynamic Text Target option, we learned how this feature allows automation to dynamically identify and interact with UI elements whose text content changes based on different scenarios or inputs. Also, we understood that nested cards are a way to group related actions and break down complex workflows into smaller, more manageable steps. Here's a challenge for you. In this process, use the Check App State activity to make it work with existing Notepad files. Thanks for watching, and happy automation!